back. Welcome back to Carnivore Found Me, your dirty carnivore channel. So, as usual, I like to start my videos off by sharing all the things that carnivore healed me from. Today, we're going to be talking about Ozempic, diabetes, malarkey. Yeah, I called it malarkey. So, actually, I was watching a video by VS Icon, and I'll put the video either here or there. Now, VS Icon, she is a commentator on, she don't usually make videos like this here, and this video was on veganism, stress, and depression. And so I saw that video and it stood out to me. So VS Icon, she was a 5-year vegan. And she was also diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. So that was very, very interesting. So you'll find her over on she's in the Black YouTube sector, beef sector, the Mo3 sector, and a whole bunch of other different sectors. So you can go over and visit her and watch that video. So the video was called, what was it called? It was called Veganism Causes Stress and Depression. And of course, you guys know that I recently did a video on veganism and schizophrenia. So this was very important. I just like, oh, that stood out. I don't see her making videos like that. So it stood out and I wanted to watch that video. So one of the comments that I actually put in her comment section, because I thought it was very interesting that she was a vegan, a long-term vegan. You guys know that I was a vegan, but only for 3 months. I was pre-diabetic. However, being a vegan caused more damage to me being pre-diabetic, and I ended up in a hospital. So me still having this indoctrination about vegetables, I just don't want to believe that vegetables can cause these things. I still don't want to believe it. I'm indoctrinated, you guys. So when I see people that have gone through similar things, such as her being a vegan for so long and then saying that she was not pre-diabetic, she was actually a diabetic too. So I wanted to see if maybe, we had the same problems. Maybe she can confirm anything, So the question that I asked her in the comments was, I asked her, did she have diabetes before she became a vegan or after she became a vegan? Because I've heard people say that being a vegan, it should heal you from the diabetes, and she should not have had to go on to the Ozempic or the Metformin or whatnot. So that was a question, and I'm kind of waiting on to see if she's going to answer that. But if she don't, that's so well. Anyway, so that was the question that I asked her. So as I was watching her video, thinking that it was going to be about veganism, stress, and mental health, I found out it was more about diabetes, metformin, and Ozempic, So what she said is she started out taking metformin. And let me read you a few side effects of metformin. So some of the side effects are diarrhea, nausea, stomach pains, bloating, and gas. And of course, it doesn't seem like major issues, but remember, we always say over here, today's facts are tomorrow's fallacies. We don't know. We didn't know about the food pyramid. We didn't realize that we weren't supposed to be eating grains until afterwards. And now most of us are sick from some illness where we were eating things that we were not supposed to be eating, that they told us we were. So that was some of the effects of the metformin. Now, one side effect that she actually said that she had, and she said that she said she'd heard from other people and she didn't know until she had it, which really scared her. She said, and I'm going to try to be as clean as I can about this. She said that most people that end up taking the metformin, instead of them changing their diets, doing lifestyle changes, they'll continue to eat sugars and sweets and whatnot. So in doing so, this metformin creates, like, when you go to the bathroom, there's like a gel-like substance that comes out of you. And she said it happened to her and it scared her so bad she called her doctor to find out what was going on. So some of these things are, a little bit scary, because I would wonder why, if you have several options with diabetes, because we know now you know, even in the vegan community, carnivore community, so many different communities, we all know that diabetes can be healed by lifestyle changes. So I'm just not sure why most of the doctors do not focus on lifestyle changes as opposed to just medicating you for the rest of your life, because a lot of these drugs you have to take for the rest of your life. You know, if you have options, one, you can change your lifestyle, your diet, and your eating, you know. Or number two, you can kind of change it and continue to take the metformin for the rest of your life. Or number three, you can just say, hey, I'm going to eat whatever I want to and just be on this drug for the rest of my life. Hopefully, I don't get the side effects. Anyway, let's talk about the Ozempic. So she said that the Ozempic was something you had to actually work your way up to. You couldn't just, you know, have diabetes and say, oh, I want the Ozempic. So that's why she was on the metformin first, and then she worked her way up to the Ozempic. So some of the side effects of Ozempic, these are similar to the side effects of the metformin. So it's nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, stomach, abdominal pain, loss of appetite. I've heard a lot of people say they have loss of appetite and indigestion. And some of the serious side effects we have here are pancreatitis, thyroid tumors, kidney problems, allergic reactions, diabetic retinopathy. I think that's how it's pronounced. Now, the kidney problem stood out because I know when I was on medication, that was, and I would always read the side effects. And on mostly all of those medications, they would always have kidney problems for long-term use of these medications. Okay, and here are some of the, what they say are less common side effects. Injection site reaction and gallbladder problem. Now that gallbladder problem stood out because in her video, she did say that she had to have her gallbladder removed. Now, I don't know if that was before or after, but she had to have a gallbladder removed. And this is supposed to be a less common side effect. So, you know, today's facts, tomorrow's fallacies. Okay, so in my closing on medications like Ozempic and metformin, I'd like to say it is important to remember that today's facts can indeed be tomorrow's fallacies. Now, while these drugs are prescribed to manage type 2 diabetes, I guess it's only type 2 diabetes, I don't know, we may not fully understand their long-term side effects. Therefore, it is best to be safe than sorry. We must also consider who benefits from lifelong dependency on these medications. Does the patient or the pharmaceuticals companies? Think about it now. So as we navigate our health journey, we need to stay informed and cautious. And hey, be the CEO of your own health. That's what I say. So thanks for showing up. Hey, before you go, can you go down there and subscribe and like this video? Thanks. See you next time.